On my way home from work, actually from the physiotherapy, from work, then the physiotherapy, enjoying the weather, taking a break because I can't walk the full distance at once anyway. Today, the first time in physiotherapy, I had some actual exercises, I would say. So you put a load on your foot, besides the massage and these things to get the blood and that kind of things out of my leg, of my foot. It was so good. I enjoyed it so much. It's so simple, so easy on these big Pizzi balls is the German name. I don't know what the English one is. Basically, these big balls you can use to sit on to work on a desk. So, kind of sitting on it, both feet planted on the floor, and then lifting one leg off. So I'm on my operated leg, stabilizing muscle activating there, then jumping a little bit, and it was really good. Taking even a step further, lying on my back on this ball and feet against the wall, and then I'm putting them off, and then again with my other leg, with my operated leg, trying to hold it, and then jumping a little bit, like just 2 to 5 centimeters off ground, and then catching it again. Incredible! Like, it's always so fun if you have physiotherapy and they show you the exercise. It looks so easy, and you're like, come on, I'll do that, piece of cake, and then you're doing it, and you immediately break a sweat. It's just these 20 minutes got me sweating so much, but so good. It just made me so happy. Just starting working a little stabilizers, working actually your foot besides just getting it massaged. So uplifting, so good. Love it. And just incredibly how tiring it was. Also for my upper body, for my core, shoulders, trying to hold balance, and you're moving with your arms around like that. Um, really going good, really looking forward. On my way to the gym. 1 kilometer on crutches is quite exhausting. Luckily there are benches here like this so I can take a rest now and then. It's a beautiful, nice sunny morning. It's not that warm anymore, but I start sweating immediately right away, so it's fine. We'll see how the gym goes. First time that I'm really actually going to the gym, as my physiotherapist said I should go. And it would do me good. Probably have to get up even half an hour earlier, so at 5 to be there on time, but yeah. Basically, I would go an average 4 times a week to the gym. Turned out that going to the gym and walking every day on crutches to work back and forth, which is one way is about 1 kilometer. So would it add up to at least 2 per day would be too much. So this resulted in my left elbow not taking the load anymore, and which led to an inflammation of my elbow. But was lucky it happened on a Friday, so that coming weekend I did nothing. For Friday night, Saturday, and whole Sunday, I was just lying, put a lot of cold wraps around my elbow, and I didn't move at all. I mean, I barely could because I could jump on my left leg and I had my right arm to use. So basically, I didn't use my arm for 3 days, and then didn't try to use that arm at a minimum for another 2 to 3 days, and then everything was good again. So what I changed is that I would ask my colleagues to pick me up to go to work, and luckily my neighbor also had to get up early, so that turned out to be really handy. So I decreased the time and the distance walking on crutches, and still continued with the gym, and then everything went good from there. But it's important to keep in mind, being on crutches is something your body's not used to, and if you overdo it, plus then gym and physiotherapy, was an overall too much. It's Tuesday. It's September 3rd, and it is a very exciting day today because this I won't be needing anymore. Morning, I had the final check. I got X-ray done. Talked to the doctor who made the surgery, and he said everything looks good, perfect. Bone is well healed, grown together. I do not need to wear the shoe anymore. I can start loading my leg again. And he actually said I do not need crutches right now. If I could walk right now, he doesn't recommend it. I should start loading up to, which allows my pain tolerance allows me to load it up. But he said basically in 2 weeks I should be able to walk again without crutches, which makes me really happy, because he said normally we say add up 10 kilos per week, and that will needs probably 10 weeks to be good again. But in this case, 2 weeks is absolutely great news. I'm so happy. I just feel free, and I'm really excited about the progress right now. I'm gonna be able to work different my physiotherapy, walk more without this shoe. During the last nice days, probably for this year, or at least it's hot. I feel so good from this for the physiotherapy session without the shoe I'm wearing, or like I never wear it in the physiotherapy, but being able to load my leg up that high. And to be honest, I am really tired right now. These 1 hour and 5 minutes training, doing things was just not like physically tough, or because my leg's just been there for 6-7 weeks not doing much, but just mentally, like, you're scared obviously something broke down there, and you're scared to load it, and then just in this case not really the fear of something breaking, but like, is it gonna hurt? And then really have the confidence to like stand on this leg, which is like not firing correctly the muscles in my foot or on my leg and all these things, but it's the process. It's getting used to it. I am, like I said, really happy that it is going so good so far. I've just walked a little bit with nearly using the crutches, and just going back a few weeks when I was going to the gym and walking too much in crutches, and I had an infection in my elbow, and I couldn't do something for 5 days because I just couldn't move my arm, which is now totally gone too. Is a really good place right now, and happy things are going good. That means also that I can work out differently, hopefully soon. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm super happy I could work out basically all the time, and my physiotherapist encouraged me to go, and said it'll be good to keep your metabolism going for healing, and yeah, so that was a huge benefit this time to get me through this, especially mentally. I actually done the workout quite simple to get some done. If I would do something like a push day, I would try to get a bench. We would do 10 sets, or bench for 10 sets of 10 or something like that, and that will take 2 5 kg plates, do lateral raises, then close for bench press. So basically 80% of the workout is done just sitting on the bench, which makes it a lot easier moving around. There's not much weight you have to lift around. When I do the free weights and I put the plates on, I would just take maximum 10 kilo plates, because that's handable or doable just on one leg jumping around, and then afterwards just do a machine or two and then be done. A little bit triceps. If you take a look at my legs, so how they look differently in that case. I mean, this is my not harmed leg. I didn't train for the last 7 weeks on this leg, so it's better compared to this one. Form is still a little bit there. I don't know if you see it, like here, sweep, I can't talk anymore, is a lot less. Still a little bit, form is there. Calf, that was not a surprise. I'm team no calves anyway, so that's a little bit thinner, but overall, I'm happy to start again. And to be honest, size-wise or strength doesn't really bother me, because that will come back anyway. I think most important is to get mobility back and the right movement, that I'm walking correctly and I don't get used to not walking normally because there might be pain or mobility lack or something in my head that I'm scared to walk. So that'll be first things first, and I think the rest will come along. Scar, I don't know if you really see that. There is healed quite well. First day without my freaking shoe, and take a look at this. Take a look at this. So, off ground both. Hey! Woo! Wie geil ist das denn? There you can see my first steps taking without, or first time walking without my shoe on. It's actually the second day that I'm off the shoe, and that I can already do steps and walk a little bit. Super thrilling, exciting. I am so happy about, I mean, obviously you see it is I look very clumsy, I look very funny, still a lot of mobility missing, a lot of mental, like, you know, you're not really daring because you're scared it might hurt or be painful, because I don't have all that movement yet. Now this is 2 weeks and 2 days, that's called a post shoe. So last time when I went to the doctor and got x-ray done, Instead, I didn't have to wear the shoe anymore. So actually, it's been improving from day to day on a daily basis, which makes me really happy. If you're not really aware or not paying close attention, this looks a little bit funny there, walking. It looks like I don't have anything, and that makes me really happy. And right now in the morning, it's not that good when I really wake up, because I feel there has to be some blood flowing or some movement in my foot to loosen up the joint, some like lubrication, and then it works good and good and good. And the less I start thinking about it, especially when I put on music and try to dance a little bit too, it gets better and better. And after, if I walked too much in one set or one go, then it usually does get a little less fluent again in walking. But so far so good. Really happy how things are going. I must admit that I have a really great physiotherapist. She helps me a lot. It's fun and it's really challenging, and I feel like from time to time it's getting more taxing and tiring. Today the session, I could go to bed afterwards, but it does me really good, and I'm really looking forward to it. And actually, this is the first time since I had my injury that I'm walking here. It looks so beautiful. Besides, everything is harvested and doesn't look. The fields aren't really there anymore, but it's a beautiful evening. And if this app on this phone is working correctly, I don't have a watch or so, but which counts the steps and how much you walk. I walked a little more than 5 kilometers today, over 7,000 steps. Like I said, I don't know how accurate that is, but for being off the shoe since 2 weeks, 2 days, and completely off crutches since 5 days, I think it's not complaining. I'm super happy about this. What still is kind of difficult in terms of walking is definitely going downstairs, because the mobility in my ankle leaning forward is not 100% yet, and like walking a right turn feels not uncomfortable, but also there the mobility is missing to bend over to the right. Right now doing physiotherapy 3 times a week, each session an hour. Normally it would have been 20 minutes per session, which is not enough, but luckily if you have connections and you can get prescriptions from other doctors, that works out really well. So, and besides that, doing my small little exercises on a daily basis once or twice, but just simple. It just takes 5 or 10 minutes, and that's just basically mobility work.